Audio Addiction, we have Of Virtue, and they can say their names and what they do in the band.
I'm Damon. I play guitar and I do a little bit of singing.
I'm Tyler. I'm the lead vocalist, and I do some screaming and some singing.
Awesome. So my first question is, guys, how did you start out Of Virtue? How did you get your members?
Well, we started out about 8 years ago, kind of the byproduct of just being friends with many people within our music scene. Our other guitar player, Mike, and I, we've been in the band the entire time. We played in an old band together for roughly 2 years, so we've been at it for a little while, and kind of just morphed into where we're at now. We lost a singer a few years ago. Tyler used to play in a band called Ground Tracer that was in the area, and went on a couple tours with us. It seemed to be working out, so that's kind of how this guy got in here.
Awesome, guys. My next question is, what are some favorite venues you guys like to play shows at or go see bands at?
Ooh, okay, so that's a two-part question. I guess I'll answer this first. Venues that we've played, actually, we just got back from a tour and played at this place called Come and Take It in Austin, and that was one of the best places that we've ever,
hands down,
been to. That Malone's in Santa Ana, California was dope. And really, like our hometown venue, the Loft, going to shows there and playing shows there is amazing. So
awesome. What about you, man?
Definitely the Loft. We also played the Boardwalk in Sacramento. That's a really cool venue. Great sound. And then
Bungalow in New Hampshire.
Bungalow in New Hampshire is really sweet as well. That's probably another one of our favorites. And then to go see shows, I personally love St. Andrews, the Crowfoot, and also what's the other one? Shelter.
Yep.
Shelter. Those are probably my three favorite Detroit area places, and then of course the Loft here in Lansing. Other than that, we haven't really gone out of state to watch bands. I know Damon has a few times, but I don't know necessarily. I don't think I consider those places my favorite to watch a band. So
awesome, guys. My next question, kind of the follow-up venues. What was the last show that you attended?
Ooh, I think I went to go see. Oh, it was actually at the Loft. It was Silent Planet and The Contortionist.
Oh, nice.
And the last show that I went to was the For the Fallen Dreams.
Oh, wow, nice.
CD release show. So
sick. All right, guys. Next question. What are some of your musical influences?
I will definitely say that I used to not be in this kind of music whatsoever. Like, I used to think that screaming was, the devil's music. So I was joking, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. But then Story of the Year, like Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace, those were like some bands that I listened to growing up. Kind of getting that rock feel. And then I do have to give most of my credit to We Came as Romans to getting me into the kind of scream. That's why I started screaming. That's why I started a new, different direction of, vocals and doing all that stuff. Because I used to sing. I wasn't very good at it, but I still did it. And then, and then We Came as Romans got signed, came out with their To Plant a Seed, which is still one of my favorite records. And, and then now we're here. I'll definitely say Kill Switch Engage as well. That's another band that I love them.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm a little. I was gonna say I'm a little older than Tyler. So mine is like I got into music with new metal like Korn, Slipknot, Seven Plus, Linkin Park, that kind of stuff. As far as like anything that may have been like a direct influence or like that changed my scope of reality was like Story of the Year, Thrice, Glassjaw, Misery Signals, A Mouse in the Magnum Heart. Like we would not be having this conversation if that wasn't for that record. So like stuff like that, Kill Switch Engage, Alive or Just Breathing, As I Lay Dying, like that whole wave of American metal at that time. It's like that's all had a profound effect. Alexis on Fire, like
Definitely.
Dallas Green for me as a vocalist is like top 1 or 2. Just some days, I might try to displace him one day and then it just doesn't work.
You feel
So-
bad. You feel guilty that he's not number 1, so you're like, I gotta shift you up a little bit. I definitely, like, I can feel on both sides of that, because maybe I'm, like, age-wise, like, in between you guys. I don't know. But I grew up listening to, like, a lot of that, like, Thrice, all that stuff, and then, like, I love metalcore bands like, We Came as Romans, all that sort of stuff, so I can definitely see both sides of the fence, and, I think it definitely produces, like, a more varied music and a different sound, and when I go back and, like, listen to your stuff now, I'll be like, okay, now I get it, like, they like this band, they like that band, and it makes a little bit more sense now at this point. But next question, guys, kind of the follow-up influences, who have you been jamming recently?
Reese, can this be a shameless plug for myself?
Sure, go ahead.
Because I actually have. Well, we have been listening to some of our own stuff. I mean, we work on music all the time, so it's like we're always writing demos and, kind of being our own best or worst critics. As far as other bands, I'm trying to think. I'd have to look at my Spotify. I think Hands Like Houses has come up a little bit.
Nice.
Everyone in our band loves Polaris,
Oh, dude,
but they keep playing
so
the
good,
one-
though.
they keep playing this one song. I think is it Lucid?
It's Lucid,
But
yeah.
they keep playing one specific part in the entire song, and it's starting to get on my nerves. But
Yeah, it's like the whatever something love and let it kill me, and then it goes in that
yeah.
really sick breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, they literally every single night that we just got off tour, the tour that we just got off of, Mike and Kyle played that damn part every single night. Like, we would just be chilling there having a conversation, and then they would just throw this video on, and then just start dancing, and we're just like, we're beginning to think they don't have any other songs.
yeah,
They don't.
like they
It's
just have
that
the one.
it's only that little clip of that song. That's all they have.
But yeah, that stuff. Let's see, what else is there? Kind of just jamming some. There's been a lot of singles being put out, like "Bullet for My Valentine."
Yeah.
They put out a couple songs. I've been listening to this like random sleep playlist on Spotify, so it's a lot of like piano and soundscapey type stuff.
Let me see here. What I need to check that really quick. I need to check that because I'm gonna fuck up.
Yeah, we're
But-
terrible.
But let's see here. Normandy. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
They're great.
I love
For
that band. They just released that new like the deluxe edition of their first album, which is great. It's a band called The Word Alive's new album. I'll be honest that I was very surprised by it, but it's
As
good.
was I.
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, for what it's worth, I think it's cool that he's trying to do something different. So I respect that. Fit for a King, 100%. Love that band. And I know people don't like their new album, but Parkway Drive's thing
Yeah, it's
is
pretty.
so great.
No, I thought it was great, actually.
I love that album.
Yeah, I would say it is really good. I definitely know there's a lot of people that don't like it, but I figured, like, in comparison to, like, Ire, I like this one way better.
Yeah, well, because I thought Ire was so different. Like, they just did a lot of different stuff. This one is still heavy.
Yeah,
Like, it's still heavy. It's more dad rock. And, I mean, dude, I just told you I love Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace. So, do the horns. The dad rock, for sure.
Dad rock. It's the new wave of music now.
Yeah, it's not new metal anymore. It's dad rock.
It's dad rock. That's taking 2018 and on.
Yep.
What I know that Fit is just released like a new song live, and it sounds insane. and I also found out that they'll be releasing a new album before this year's over with. So,
Ooh,
like,
okay. I'm happy about that.
so it is heavy. I've heard some snippets like on Instagram, like they'll post like little stories of like when they were in the studio, and I'm like, man, this sounds real good. Plus, I loved like Death Grip so much. So,
Yeah, that was a very good album. That was solid.
but anyway, guys, getting back to the questions, a fun one. If you guys could pick a song to cover, what song would it be?
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a great question.
I've been pushing for this for a while, and we just haven't done it. But POD.
Ooh, okay. Are we talking like a classic POD song, or are we talking like newer stuff?
No, Boom in particular.
Dude, do it. Oh
Yeah.
boy. Oh, that would be so nostalgic, dude. Like, not even joking. Oh man.
Oh yeah,
Do
no,
it. Definitely do it.
Because we're like, I mean, we've played with bands, you know, Limp Bizkit, Slipknot, all those bands get covered a lot, and POD, I feel like kind of gets lost in the shuffle a little bit.
I feel that.
And it's cool because, like, you know, they're I think, yeah, they're a Christian band, aren't they?
Yeah.
But, you know, it's still like super positive. It's super like, I don't know, it just makes you feel good. Like, you don't have to relate to them like specifically on like the religious stuff, but it's just, it makes you, when you hear it, you're just like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, if this makes you smile, you can just blast that at, you know, max volume going down the highway, and you're just like,
That's true.
you're just stoked about it.
Awesome. What would you say?
Let's see here. That's a tough question. Who would I want to cover? I mean, honestly, I think POD as well. I think they'd be fun. I've always wanted to do Youth of the Nation because that was my first song
that's
that
a good one too.
I ever listened to, you know, from them. And I think it's like super heavy in the essence of, you know, like there's the bands that are heavy instrumentally, and then there's bands that are heavy just with like just how they deliver the song, and that song
Emotion.
yeah, the emotion and the emotion in that song. And you know, I'm always kind of the I should say I'm the kind of person that if we are going to cover a song, I would like to cover something that kind of speaks the same, you know, volume as the message that we're trying to get across with our music. And, you know, we just released Surrounded, which is kind of like, hey, what's going on in the world today? And then, you know, Youth of the Nation is something similar to that. So I thought that would be kind of cool to incorporate that. But another band, I would love to do Breaking Benjamin, Diary of Jane specifically. I think that'd be a fun song to do.
Awesome, guys. Next question, another fun one too. Gotta ask this: favorite food to eat?
That's a tough one.
Honestly, okay. So let me fragment this a little bit. When I'm home, or when we're on the road.
Okay. How about you give us one for each?
Okay. On the road, any kind of like noodle shop, like pho, ramen. Like there was a place in, ironically, North Dakota. I probably had the best udon noodles I've ever had in my entire life.
That's
like
sick.
It was incredible. They had sashimi with it, like just something like very light but flavorful. That's not gonna like give me straight up acid reflux before or after I play.
Or during. That would probably be.
Oh yeah, exactly. But yeah, when we're gone, like anything that involves like that kind of stuff, home, Mediterranean barbecue.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, those are my two go-tos.
Let's see here. On the road, I'll probably agree with that. I really like. We had a Fat Bao.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Houston, which
that was good.
That was the first time I've ever had that, and it was really good. Like they had a tofu one, which is really good. Yeah, they had like a fish one too, which is great.
Soft shell crab, like a soft shell whole crab.
Yeah, soft shell whole crab. That was really good. And then let's see here for home. I still like noodles. Like Noodles and Company is one of my favorite places to go to. Another place that I really enjoy is sushi. I'm a huge sushi fan, so we have a place here called Maru. which they have a few different locations all around Michigan. So it's like I can always, I can always go to different cities and still get, good sushi.
Awesome, guys. My next question: if you could pick somebody to collaborate with, whether it be a guest vocalist spot or a producer role, who would you guys go with?
I mean, Dallas Green would be nice. No, there's a few people, man. Like, I guess writing wise, like Adam from Kill Switch.
Ooh, great.
Or this is kind of an underrated one, but Justin Beck, the guitar player of Glassjaw.
Yeah.
Like, dude is I've never heard playing like that before in my life. So it's like, it doesn't necessarily match up with what we do, but I think that could create something interesting. In a producer capacity, go outside of the box, Matt Goldman or Chris Crummett, who does like all like the Dance Gavin Dance stuff. Somebody that can, again, they're a little outside of like what we do, but it could always provide a nice perspective or something different that, we could potentially do. Or Terry, having Terry Date makes it. I just wanted to make that thing sound huge.
How'd you, man?
I mean, I will say this, and it's not even sucking up, but I think the guy that we go with right now, Josh Schroeder, he's done King.
Oh, nice, yeah.
810, he's done Call Morale, Ghost, or what was that, Ghost something?
Ghost Bath,
yeah, okay. A band called Ghost Bath. So I personally really love his work, and he's great. But if we had like to collab, like if someone else wanted to come into, I would definitely say Adam from Killswitch, because that would be sick. I mean, he's
that dude, man.
Yeah, he's awesome. Now vocally, for me, like someone to collab with, I personally would love like Matty Mullins.
Ooh, okay.
or Sam from Architects, because that dude's just like, I mean, both of them, like the fact that, granted, Memphis Mayfire doesn't do a ton of screaming anymore. They do a lot more just singing, but the fact that he can do all that stuff live and, tour, 6-7 months out of the year, do all that stuff, like that's obviously a dream to be able to work with someone like that.
Awesome, guys. Next question. If there was just one instrument that you could just shred at, what would it be?
An instrument that isn't the guitar?
That is not guitar.
That is not.
Just whatever you don't play now.
Probably. Honestly, probably piano.
Dig that.
Piano, it's one of those instruments, like, if you learn, like, I know the basics of it, like, I can maneuver with chords and certain progressions, but, like, one of my neighbors, you can hear him every night playing, he has a baby grand.
Oh, sick.
And I could sit out on my front porch for 5 hours and just listen to this dude play. And
he's on your Spotify playlist, right, for the sleeping?
Yes, he is currently, if for whatever reason Wi-Fi goes down.
Dude, just like, oh, yeah.
I'll just go outside and sleep in the van, and we'll be all right.
Drums.
Oh,
definitely
okay.
Drums. I mean, do you guys see how like marketable people are with drums, like especially on YouTube? Because that's the thing is, you see someone on, write a song or do a cover on guitar on YouTube, like, yeah, dude, that's sick, that's awesome. But you get like the drummers that do some crazy like covers. There's that dude that I think it's from the Netherlands or somewhere over there. Like, now he did tons of covers of the Chainsmokers, and now he's touring with them.
That's sick.
Yeah, like it's like something like that. So I definitely think would be I definitely think it would be cool to be a good drummer, because I'm so bad at it.
I feel you on that. I feel you. It's not like I play guitar, and it's just those like hand-feet coordination sort of things that I just can't do. It's like so ridiculous. But anyway, guys, next question, my personal favorite question. If you could be a video game character, who would you be?
I could be a video game character. Oh my gosh. So I don't really play video games. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back in the day here. I would either be, I'd probably be Sonic,
Ooh, classic.
or the OG, like my favorite video game of all time, which is Mega Man.
Okay.
So I would go with Mega Man.
I'd probably be Mario. Mario or Sonic, because those are like two of my favorites. Now, for games, like nowadays, I would love to be, I forgot the guy's name, but in Uncharted.
Okay, yeah.
Because, yeah, it's kind of like a Tomb Raider feel to me. And then also, there's that new God of War game, so I would definitely be something, you know, I'm terrible with like the characters' names nowadays, but I think those are some games I would definitely love to be a part of.
Awesome, guys. Next question. In your opinion, who puts on a great live show in terms of like bands you've seen live?
The best performance that I've seen in the past 2 years probably would be, it's a tie between Slipknot or Bring Me the Horizon.
Ooh, okay.
And honestly, Bring Me, when they did their American Nightmare tour here with Under Oath, I was ready. That's in my top 5 like shows that I've seen all time.
Nice.
Like between the visual, the music, the in between with the crowd, and it's cool because, you know, obviously with them being where they're at now, everyone knows who they are. They don't really have to talk during their song. And Ollie didn't do much. He just kind of he's like, thank you guys for being here. But in between all this stuff, it's like there was almost like a movie or a montage going on that was going to lead you into the next song. So it's,
that's cool.
You know, it's like watching, you know, like real art, just like a visual performance with a band playing. Like it was awesome.
Sick.
Architects, definitely.
Yeah.
I think they put on a great show. I didn't get to see them the last time they came through, but I did see them. Like it was their first time back in America. They played with Straight from the Path, Make Them Suffer. I think it was those 3 bands actually. I saw them at St. Andrews Hall, and that was like one of the first times they've played since, you know, what's his name, Tom? Yeah, when Tom passed away. So, and it was just like, obviously it was an emotional time, but like seeing how that band just portrays themselves, especially going through something like that.
Yeah.
I
mean, like they're already an emotional kind of band, I think, for me, but seeing that added into their live show, hands down one of my favorite shows I've seen, for sure.
I'd probably agree with that because I just saw them recently on that most recent tour with Stick to Your Guns and Counterparts.
Yeah.
And like I had never seen them before. Like everybody that I've interviewed is like, see Architects, and every time I've like missed out. So I was like, I gotta see them this time, and they were just insane. Like it was like an experience, and like the place that I went to, TLA, it was like sold out. So like just it was packed. So
I love that.
It was such a cool feeling, and like, you know, they also talked about Tom too, and like that's such an emotional thing too. Like the crowd was definitely like super receptive towards them. So
yeah,
that's such a cool feeling as well. But getting back to the questions, guys, if you could compile a dream tour, who'd be on it?
I love this question. It's my favorite question.
Is it a festival tour or is it like a 4 or 5?
I feel like okay, we're gonna give you one slot where it's just your band. So we're gonna give you 4 bands to work with here.
Okay.
Damn.
I guess here's the okay. So I have to ask all the variables of this.
There we go. I like it though.
Can I pick bands from different like time periods in their careers?
Sure. Go on ahead.
Oh, awesome.
This is your tour. I don't know why you're like...
All right. So I'm going to go with 03-04 Linkin Park as the headliner.
Dear Jesus.
Yep. They're the headliner, so that's automatic. Direct support, I'm going to go with Bring Me the Horizon Nowadays.
Ooh, okay.
As like kind of middle. Ooh. I'm going to put... And this is a rough one, so I'm just gonna put 3 bands, and they're just gonna rotate on different days. But
Select dates.
So yeah, select dates. So we're gonna go Kill Switch Engage, Theosin with Cove circa 2006, 2007, and probably the Deftones. I'm just gonna put them randomly in there. Then that's like select days on for the third spot, and then we're just gonna open. So there you go.
Oh, there you go. Sick.
So it'll be four bands. You get like 45 minutes of everybody except for Linkin Park, who can play their first two albums front to back. And
wow, that's a long ass show.
Hey,
that's an all day event, baby.
Oh yeah, that's the deal right there.
We're starting at 4 p.m.
Yeah,
no, you're starting at like 2, and we're going to like 10 or 11.
It's one of those shows like the festivals, the festival tours where like doors open at 6, but the band's like already playing, and you're like, oh no, I got to get in there. We'll just be playing when everybody's in line, and we'll be stoked about it.
Okay, my turn. So obviously we open before the doors even open.
Yeah.
You're just there, no one's there.
Yeah. We're just, hey, dude, if I can say I toured with these bands, I don't even care. They're like, where did you play? I'm like, does it matter? No. Hey, man, we had 1,500 cap room. We had 200 people see us. That's fine. It's better than 2 people seeing us,
true.
you know,
That's
or
true.
0. So let's see here. So I would definitely agree with Linkin Park. Linkin Park would be amazing. I think them being a headliner for sure. The same time that Damon said. Story of the year.
Ooh, okay.
I would personally throw them as direct support for the simple fact I want to see them play as many songs as they potentially can. Off of like Page Avenue, obviously the best album. I think a lot of people really didn't give In Wake of Determination a good
I feel that.
listen,
yeah.
because I really like I've gone back and listened to the album, and I think it's up there with Page Avenue. Like there's a couple songs that are kind of like
that's their second best album.
Yeah, but definitely their second best album, and then Black Swan was just kind of like a rock, like the rock, and then I don't want to talk about The Constant.
And Wolves, they
Constant.
released Wolves. That's like
which there were some good songs. I thought Bang Bang was sweet. That was a good song,
yeah,
but I would say that like give them like 40-45 minutes. You can play 6-7 songs off of Page Avenue. You can play a few off of Wake Determination. Do a couple out of a different out of Black Swan, and then do like maybe 1 or 2 off the new album. That would be great. And then another band that I would love to see on like tour is Breaking Benjamin, hands down. I would if someone was like, hey, you're touring with this band, you don't get any money from the shows, I don't care, we're doing it. Because we'll get those dad rock bands like, let me buy some merch. I'm drunk. We're gonna pay you $50. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I say we toured Breaking Benjamin. We got $65 T-shirts.
Yes. Oh, yes, we do.
There you go.
$100 hoodies.
$100 hoodies. Oh boy. You'd be like, $100. That's a steal, man.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And then the band that goes on right before us, I will say.
You mean after us?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Sorry, after us.
We don't exist in this.
Really, so. Yeah, that's fine. So the band that plays like 15 minutes after doors open, because we're already done playing. God, that's so tough. That is such a tough thing. I'll give WeCar on there.
Okay.
I think
I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
Yeah, I think playing with them would be awesome, especially since they're from Michigan. They're great guys, but also I think touring with them would be a riot. So
awesome, guys. Next question: favorite TV show, favorite movie.
Uh, hmm. So favorite TV shows are kind of it ranges. I'm watching a show called Billions right now,
Nice.
and that thing is I'm trying to catch up on it a little bit between that and Homeland. So
Oh, okay.
those are both dope. Movies wise, oh, I had to, yeah, it's hard because I actually had a conversation with somebody else. Is like, if we go by genre, are we going by mainstream, like kind of underground? Like Pulp Fiction definitely is at the top of the list.
Okay.
There's a French film called Love Me If You Dare that is is of such a macabre love story. Like I don't even have enough time to really explain it, but just look it up. Amazing, Loving Jezebel. I'm kind of like the weird romantic, those type of movies. In Bruges, Colin Farrell is incredible. So yeah, like the movie conversation, we could literally have like a 5 hour like
We can
thing
do
of
a
like,
separate. We can do a separate interview where you just talk about movies for the next 2 hours if you want.
oh, exactly, yes, because it happens all the time, and it's a rabbit. Like once we get started, it's hard to stop. Exactly.
Let's see here. For a movie, for me, I mean, I actually work at a movie theater, so I see a lot of movies. But I will say, just because of the time and also the storyline, the plot, I'm going to be that guy and say I absolutely love Monsters, Inc.
Ooh.
I think that was a anything Pixar is great, but that's a phenomenal movie. There's a lot of others, but if I can give you an easy answer, that's an easy answer. TV show Lost.
Oh, great one.
Now seasons 4 and 5. Season 4 probably shouldn't have even been written. I think it was just kind of there to help get to where it was, but that show, like, I watched it when it was on TV, and I didn't really understand it, but then I went back and like actually watched it, and just everything about that TV show is just, I love it.
Awesome, guys. Next question. If there was one album that you could listen to for a month straight, what album would it be?
Well, the most recent album I've probably done that with, there's two of them, Mesmer, that North Lane,
Nice. Yeah.
and While She Sleeps.
Ooh, yes. That's another great band.
Because those ones are the ones that I think when they like Spotify did like the yearly wrap up of last year, it's like, oh, you listen to these two albums and then a bunch of other things. And I was like, okay. In my car, in fairness, in my car, I have a CD player, so that lets you know how old my car is. But I think that I have an Mice and Men album, Kane Hill, and J. Cole, and those three are the only three that are still in there. So.
That's a spirit, Bringing the Horizon. I literally can listen to that album over and over and over again.
I would agree with that. That's such a great record from them.
Yep.
And I'm excited for new material, probably this year.
I think I mean, there's been I've heard some talk of, kind of like how you said with Fit for a King, the end of, by the end of this year. So I'm hoping that's the case with them too, because I mean, honestly, that band could never release an album again, and they'd still tour on that record and still sell out every show and still sell a shit ton of merch.
Yes, I would.
And I would love it.
Agree.
So,
I think the latter half of this year is just gonna be so weighted. Like they have Fit, Silent Planet.
Yes.
Bring Me. Like there's definitely like a few heavy hitters to come out at the end of this year. So. I'm stoked. But anyway, guys, lastly, the most important thing, tell them about your band Of Virtue, where they can find you at, and anything coming up in the next couple months.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can find us on the internet, but more specifically, Facebook, obviously, Instagram, just add us, add Of Virtue, Twitter, same thing, add Of Virtue. We actually have a real website, which is ofvirtueband.com, and that has, everything, all the contact, stuff like that. YouTube, / Of Virtue. We just put out 2 new music videos, Surrounded, Torn Apart. Go spin those and help us, get more exposure for that. Next couple months, we have some awesome stuff coming up. We have 2 home state shows. We're playing in Lansing, Michigan with a bunch of awesome bands, and Detroit. And then we leave for, we're going on tour in Europe for 2 months.
Oh, sick.
Oh, yeah. We're going with this band called The Royal.
Yeah, they're awesome.
The Netherlands. That band is super dope. Playing with Crystal Lake and Napoleon. That's like one of the first days of the tour in London.
Yep.
So we got that. We have Fight Fest in the Czech Republic with Emir, King, Betraying the Martyrs.
Crystal Lake again.
Crystal Lake is playing that again.
Oh boy.
So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff like that's going to be, like I said, summertime 18, going to be wreaking havoc. Bringing home all.
I'm gonna have to fly out to the UK and just watch you guys play with Napoleon and Crystal Lake, because I've been dying to see Crystal Lake in the States. It's annoying. So.
yeah. I still can't believe they haven't. I mean, it's insane. It's insane they haven't come over here yet.
I know Polaris is by the end of this year, so they are coming to the States. I've heard a rumor, so. I think it's confirmed. So, I don't know who they're touring with, but I'll tell you off camera who I think it is, but I think it's going to be a good tour. But anyway, go check out Of Virtues. If you live in the Europe area, go see them when they play with the Royal. That's such a stacked lineup, so I think you should go out to it. Check the link to the description where you can find out about Of Virtue. And all of their music. Go check out their YouTube link. Go check them out on Spotify. Go stream their new stuff. And shoutouts to Oliver. He's the one who set this up. Thanks to him, he's the man. And if you enjoyed this interview, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up, share it. It goes a long way. And thank you to Of Virtue for coming on.
Definitely, man. Thank you guys. Love you.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps out our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.